Good rainy day here from Sasebo. I was gonna go to the zoo, but because of the weather, I have a new idea. A few months back, when I first got here, I went to the arcades and I spent, I believe it was 4,000 yen, which is like 40 bucks, and tried to see what all I could win. I actually did get some stuff, but it was mostly by luck. Now that I've been here a while, I've been to all of the arcades in the area, and I've gotten quite good at some of the machines and know which ones you really can't win and which ones you have a good shot at winning. We're gonna do kind of the same thing today. I'm gonna take 5,000 yen, so about $50. We're gonna jump around, well, drive around to some of the different arcades in the area, and I'm gonna point out some tips and tricks, and we'll see how much we can actually win. We're gonna start off in the Ginza at the Aeon department store. And as we get to the top floor here, I'd like to point out this is the arcade I go to the least. I find it most difficult to win prizes here, and lately I go for the big figures because those seem to be the coolest, and I can sell them when I get back to the States. I'll point out different machines as we go and let you know what the likelihood of actually winning on some of them are. For starters, you got this machine. Hand goes, pushes out, never won anything on it, don't play it very often. Usually they have more figures. All I see is Zoro. These are the kind of machines I really like. I found myself winning very often at them, and you can see this one has Dragon Ball Z figures. It is 100 yen per play, or 500 yen for 6 plays. Usually the trick is to get it sideways, and then you can win. But this one has a sticky sheen, you may notice. See how it kind of came up and then slowly came down? It's like there's tape along the bars here. The last arcade we're gonna go to, which is my favorite one, doesn't have that. I don't think I'm gonna win, but this is the only version of this machine I've seen anywhere. Might as well give it a try. Basically, it just has to fit through the hole. I do not like any of the figure machines they have here because you have the drop hole one, which is the only version of it I've seen anywhere. This one, which it's never going to pick it up, you just have to keep playing until you push it all the way through. And even here, now they have this new Kimetsu no Yaiba figure, which is super popular. This is actually the last game I'm going to play here. Try and win one of these Snorlaxes. Claw machines are kind of hit or miss, but I just have to try. And just like that, we're moving on to the next arcade. I only spent 900 yen there just to try each thing maybe once or twice. I've never won any figures there except the first time I did that. And again, I think they put a smaller box in the machine than they meant to. So would not recommend this one if you're actually trying to win anything. The last one we'll go to though is definitely my favorite and much better at being fair, I'd say. Now we're actually just jumping straight to my favorite arcade because I figure if I'm going to spend this money, might as well have the best shot at winning things. I'm going to start with these machines. These are the best ones, I think, because essentially you just have to get the thing from the side and scoot it over a little bit. Took a few tries, but it's sideways now, so hopefully this will do it. Just has to knock it over a little bit, and oh, one more go. All right, this should do it for sure. There it is. We got a Snow Hatsune Miku figure out of that, and I love that they have bags provided. It is very busy and loud in here. Here's one I really like too, because you essentially raise this little arm here, and you pull down on what you're gonna win. So you'll see they have figures, but they're already open, so I think they were used as a display at some point. So you see how that works, it pulls it down. Almost there. You can see it just broke, and I got this School Days figure, not sure what it's from. At the end of this, we'll take a closer look at all the stuff that I end up getting and see what it is. Now this machine with the cutter always has some pretty cool figures in it. You'll see they have like a Dragon Ball Z one back there. But this is one of those games that is very difficult to win. I've never personally won. I guess somebody wins eventually. You'll see that one's cut right there. The goal is to basically move this little cutter and cut the line. I've seen it sometimes where a line will be frayed, so you're not even guaranteed to win just because you get it. This machine's rather interesting, and I have won at it a few times. but you'll see you pick up balls, and as long as you get the ball to drop in that one right there, it will drop the prize. I will usually play this when there's a ton of balls already in the pits, but you can see these ones are still pretty fresh. I will play these machines every once in a while too, because you can win at them, they're just not always the best. Basically, you'll see there's a tab on top of the figure. You use the claw to kind of drag it out and pull it off the ledge. I'm not going to play it because I know it'll melt by the time I leave, but they do have an ice cream machine, claw machine that is. Very cool. This is a pretty awesome aerial they have here. Unfortunately, it's in one of the cutting game machines, so I'm not going to play it. On the spinning machines, you can win Kimetsu no Yaiba Katana. I don't really like these machines because it's very difficult to time it right, and I feel like it's not necessarily skill involved. I've never played this machine, but I do like machines that have these little cars as prizes. So let's give it a whirl. Try for this ambulance. Now it's going to drop it on the ball. Oh, never mind. Here you'll see Luffy on one of these pulling ones. So I think I'll give it a try. One of the problems with these is you got to kind of keep going at it. You can't win in one go. So I hooked it, and that's all it did. Two of the claw machines have Kimetsu no Yaiba figures, but I feel like it's not even worth playing because claw machines in Japan are pretty trashy. They're not very good at holding things, so they'll pick it up and then shake and then drop it. That's why the crane games I play are the ones that move the thing. What I mean with the claw machines is on a regular one, you're not really making any progress, but on the ones where you're knocking the thing sideways to fall through, you do make progress. Eventually you get it through and win. Just depends on how many tries it takes. I'm gonna go back to this machine and try and get whatever this figure is right here. Sometimes I like to purposely get it a little bit lower. Perfect hit. And for the win. Alright, and we got some type of figure. We'll take a quick break from the prizes and go to the top floor where they have actual games, and I like how they have the posters as you head up. Whole floor filled with tons of games. I've been here quite a few times, and not only have I not played DDR, but no one has. I've never seen anyone playing it. Just to show what I'm talking about, I'm gonna try the cutting game, get this Dragon Ball Z figure. So I already got it a little bit off. See, I don't really see anything else that I could win. So I'll try for the figure that's right next to the Snowy Miku. Should be a good start. Getting there. Oh yeah. One more. Now we'll check out what all this is. And here we are with all of the winnings. I only know what one of these characters is, Hatsune Miku. So I guess we'll start with this one because it is the first prize that was won. These figures are actually pretty nice. This is a snowy version you'll see. And this one came in a box, which is right here. Now this, I believe, took, it was probably like 6 or 7 tries. I obviously didn't record it all. So those machines are definitely better for winning prizes, especially depending on the arcade. So there's that one. Then we have, which one did I win next? I think it was this. This School Days figure. No idea what she is from. I only know this because the base says School Days. And this figure as well. Kind of funny now that I look at it. They're all, 3 of them have blue hair or some shade of blue. This katana was actually a little bent. It still kind of is. Because it was just wrapped in a bag. Now I believe these prizes here, at least these 2, were just set in the machine as like the demo. so you could see what you could win. Because some machines will have a demo figure sitting there, so when they're done with them and they run out, they probably just wrap these in plastic and put it in that other machine that I really like because it's very easy to win prizes. Then we have this girl here, no idea what she's from, and the box is right here. So there, I mean, I can read the hiragana, but there is some kanji on there, and I don't know what that kanji is. So this one again, a new figure. Took more tries than I'd like, but considering we spent, let's say, 4,100 yen and just that one arcade, got 4 figures out of it. Total side note I would like to make is the figure box sizes play a huge role when it comes to winning the prizes and the configuration of it. So you'll see the one machine, you know, you have it sideways. The thinner boxes usually have a better shot, especially when you can get it up and sideways. It'll fall through. Some of the more square boxes, a lot more difficult. And you'll see again, this one's kind of thin as well. Also, the size of the box does not represent the size of the figure. And I'll show you some examples. An example here is looking at these two. They're roughly the same scale. Maybe they are the same scale, or size I mean. This one looks a little bit different because her head is huge, but maybe they're the same. But this one you could tell is significantly smaller in scale. Now here is her box, and just to kind of give you an example, here's a Goku I won a while ago, and these boxes are roughly the same size. So you think he's gonna be pretty small, but here's the Goku. This thing is huge compared next to her. Now a lot of these figures you have to build yourself. Not really hard, it'll just be a few pieces, like I believe this separates, obviously the base. So don't let the box sizes fool you. My favorite example I could find though, and of all the figures I have, are this Sanji right here from One Piece, and then we've got this Sanji. Take a look at the size of this box. This is huge. So this Sanji is probably going to be pretty huge too, right? Well, let's compare the two and see what we get. First Sanji from this one. There you go. Pretty good size. A little bit bigger than I would have expected from this box, which is awesome. Got some cool fire effects. Now let's take a look at this Sanji. That's it. They're essentially the same size. It has this huge base, kind of ugly actually. You take that base away though, and these two Sanjis are essentially the same. So that goes to show you, don't be deceived by the box sizes. Sometimes the smaller ones may have the bigger figures, just depending on if you have to build it or not. Alright, I feel like I'm gonna have to get some more shelf space for all of these figures that are suddenly piling up. Now, 5,000 yen, easy to win some prizes in the arcades if you know what machines to play. You may notice that I only won prizes from 2 different types of machines. The one where it was the thing that kind of hooks and pulls the prize down, and not a regular claw machine, but the ones that knock the prize in between. Those are the 2 machines that I will play because I know usually there's a really good chance of winning. Box size matters, and if you look at the first arcade I went to where the Gokus were there, they were set up perfectly. However, that bar was sticky, so it's difficult to get the thing to move sideways and fall through. That's why I played it like twice and just left, because I knew I wasn't going to actually win anything in that arcade without spending an insane amount of money. But that second arcade, I can walk in usually and spend maybe 2,000 yen, like $20, and win 2 or 3 prizes. Much better odds there. Today though, I spent a lot of yen on different games. I didn't film them all, but I did kind of jump around just to try out some of the stuff I hadn't tried myself. But I wanted to make sure to win at least a good amount of things, so you can see that it is very doable. Just depends on what games you're playing here in Japan. So that is going to do it for this spending more yen, playing more arcade stuff. So thank you all for watching. The caravan is moving on.